Hello everyone. We here at the Nostalgia Junkies bring an important message. With everything going on right now in the world with the COVID-19, the coronavirus, we just want to say that we are risking our lives getting together, we're ignoring social distancing, and we're coming to you to bring you this quality content, and we hope you enjoy because our lives are on the line. Okay. Hey everybody, so welcome to Justin reviewing some comic books, a story. So, as you may know if you follow our channel a little bit, I've been following the Batman Rebirth. Well, I've been collecting them all since number one. Not since day one, but I've completed the collection up until, what's current. So, what I wanted to do is give a really quick review of the City of Bane storyline, which is how Tom King went out doing Batman with issue 85, and I believe it started somewhere in the 70s. I actually backed up a little bit before City of Bane so that I could get kind of what was going on right before that. So these two are along with me like always, and they haven't read it, so they're going to get spoiled, and they're apparently okay with that, so we're just going to roll with it. So I'll start out by saying that as far as Tom King's entire run, this story heavily ties into things he's done from the beginning. If you've heard of, Gotham Girl in Gotham, that is relevant. If you know about the original storyline he did with Bane, and even quotes that he said to Bane, he had a recurring thing he would say about Bane when he was trying to get after him. In the first storyline, he keeps saying, "I'm gonna break your dang back." I guess it's like revenge from the famous storyline where Bane breaks his back.
Right.
So that actually gets somewhat paid off in this storyline.
Okay.
But so just to give my thoughts. Quick summary. Okay, Batman is pretty much it's a very similar storyline to The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Batman is kind of beaten down and he seems really defeated. He's left in a hole for dead by his spoiler alert, his dad, which is, I believe, Flashpoint Batman is what people are referring to him as.
Okay.
So Thomas Wayne from an alternate reality is the one who becomes Batman because Bruce dies. So
in
now
the alley and everything?
Yeah, in his reality. So there's basically this Batman who's not evil, but he wants his son to not be Batman because it's torture. So he's going to do whatever it takes for his son to not have to have that burden. So one of the key things of making that happen is for him to actually find love. So Catwoman is huge in the story, and I think that's one of its strengths. So I can't remember, do y'all like Catwoman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as this story goes, when Batman's he's kind of, I guess you could say, betrayed by his dad. He's kind of left for dead. He's broken and defeated. And in the course of this whole storyline, they're supposed to get married, Catwoman and Batman. Doesn't work out. So basically, when he's down in this hole, like defeated, who comes to help him? Catwoman. Yeah. And so she kind of really strengthens him back to being Batman. And so, long story short, they kind of team up to take on Bane's takeover of Gotham. He's using Gotham Girl as a tool. And so we have this story where the Bat family and Batman eventually come up with this elaborate plan. They get Gotham back. They have to overtake, the evil Batman, I guess you could say, Flashpoint Batman or whatever, Thomas Wayne. And so really, the big twist for me here is that Bane doesn't really seem like the big bad guy. For a story that says City of Bane and it's got like 10 or 11 parts or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really more, and I showed Wesley this. I'm going to show you this cover because this cover is
Make sure we get this all focused.
important. That's Batman number 82. And so if you actually open...
You want me to open it?
Yeah, go ahead and open the cover. You'll see that it's the Flashpoint Batman who's pulling Bane's strings like a puppet. And so, that pretty much sums up what's going on. Which was a surprise to me. I did not see that coming.
I'll also try to add pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, as many of you may know, the big thing that kind of happens in the storyline is that Alfred dies. Bane is the one who snaps Alfred's neck because there's a warning to the Bat family. Don't try to come into Gotham. Don't come here or else we're going to kill Alfred. They have a plan in place. Damian is the one who goes into Gotham Yeah.
Of
And
course.
so, which by the way, Damien is like a show stealer. He's really interesting.
You enjoyed him?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
He's
awesome.
got the smart mouth.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
but Alfred's neck gets snapped, and you're sitting here thinking, no, this can't be what's really happening. They would have had a better plan than this. So what's really pretty cool is that, well, it's sad but cool, is that Batman, they did have a plan in place eventually when he got his mind right and he kind of rehabbed with Catwoman.
Yeah.
They can communicate, the Bat family can communicate through blows. Like if someone's specific is watching them, they can pretend fight, and if they hit each other a certain way, they're communicating with each other.
Huh.
So they actually made a plan without speaking through punches and things like that, which I thought was really neat.
Interesting.
Alfred gave a signal that he was okay. So Batman never worried about Alfred this whole entire time because Alfred made some sort of signal that he ran. Well, it turns out Alfred did this on purpose. He made a sacrifice to let himself be killed so that things could happen. Batman doesn't find out till issue 83, after he is defeated by his dad and Bane. He wakes up at a table with Alfred's body, and there's a recorded message that plays that's really sad. Like, this is one of the saddest issues I've ever read.
Let me make sure I refocus back
What's
on
it
you.
at?
And I did forget to mention when Batman is finally having his moment of truth where he's gonna break Bane's dang back.
Yeah.
Bane says no masks. So Batman takes his mask off. Bane takes his mask off. They say no help. No help. They agree. So that'd be one-on-one, mano-a-mano, man versus man. And then he's like, Catwoman can't help you. He's like, sure, whatever.
Whatever.
So, but what they found out during this time is that Batman and Catwoman, they should have been working together this whole time. Like, it doesn't have to just be Batman. So right in the middle of the fight, Catwoman starts helping him, and he's like, Bane is like stunned. He's a villain, right? And he's like, you lied? He's like, yeah. So, like, they team up and kick his butt. It's pretty awesome. And I loved it. I love that part. I think that's maybe like the best thing about the whole story is Catwoman and Batman.
That's hilarious.
So, but anyways, Alfred made his sacrifice, Batman finds out, and in the culmination of it all, plans are still unfolding. I don't want to say every little detail, but eventually it comes down to Batman and Catwoman beating the crap out of Thomas Wayne, and then the cool thing is like kind of the sign off of the whole Tom King Batman is that Thomas Wayne, you're not my father. I don't even know you. You're from some other universe. Alfred is basically my dad.
Yeah.
Which was just cool when I totally approve of that. And this was the last issue. It's got a really cool cover. I really, really like. I don't know if that's necessarily cover A or what, but I just love it. But anyways, overall, I really enjoyed it. I know that Tom King's writing has been a little divisive, but I mean, it was really good. It's very poetic. I think it came to an end at the right time. It tied everything together. It made me feel rewarded for having read almost all of Batman Rebirth. I did, miss a few sections here and there, but a lot of things connected. There was a lot of reasoning. I could see the plan that Tom King had in place from the beginning. If you have the time or money to invest into this series, I would say it's totally worth a read. And I'm excited to see where they go next. But I think Tom King's Batman was a success, and I really enjoyed it. And I like the storyline. It wasn't a great Bane storyline, in my opinion, as we've talked about.
Yeah, that's
I know, but it's just a cool Batman storyline. 2 Batmans, but hope you guys get to maybe read part of it one day or check it out.
Are you gonna assign it a ranking or no?
Like a grade?
Yeah. Either the storyline or Tom King's run as a whole.
I would give Tom King's run a B+, and I would give this specific storyline like an A-. I think it was elevated. It kind of hit the highlights of Tom King's whole run.
Now, I will ask you, I know you said it's hard to read it without having read everything, but would you, I don't even remember what I was going to ask. I'm blank really
Well,
hard.
I will say if you ever wanted to just take on this single storyline, it would probably help if you accompanied it with a YouTube channel like Comics Explained or Comic Story or somebody who would kind of remind you or let you know the things you probably missed out on.
I think I was just going to ask you, like, is it, I don't, we'll just move on. I had a plan, I had a question, and then just...
Highlights are Batman and Catwoman, the quotes of I'm going to break your dang back, the Alfred is my father, definitely a strong point. If there are any negatives, it got a little slow at one point, and some of it's just confusing to follow because it's 85 issues worth of material. But
I think I was
I
just going to ask, would you say it was a standout of his run?
yes, I would definitely say it was a standout, and it definitely highlights his strengths of writing Batman. I think it took the characters that he wrote the best and made them shine, and really put a nice bow on everything. And man, I gotta be honest, I really hope Batman and Catwoman do get married eventually. It might change the dynamics of Batman or Catwoman for a while, but dude, let's do something different. Make it happen. I think it's really important too, because I think this run right here may have solidified Catwoman as like the Mary Jane Watson to Peter Parker, or the Lois Lane to Superman. Batman's never quite had that. I mean, Catwoman may have been the leading candidate, but it's never been like the it's
well, what is it, Talia?
Yeah.
She's in there. I don't know much about her, but
right.
They did have a baby. So.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't Vicky Vale too? Like, I
don't even know that. That's beyond me.
I remember reading. I don't know if it was just for the reboot or not. That may or may not happen with DC, but I thought Catwoman had a baby, or is going to. Remember?
Oh,
do you know anything about
that? I don't know, but that would be
interesting. We read about that
interesting.
because if they do the reboot, remember the Gen 5 thing?
Yeah.
If they do that, it's going to be Batman's son, Batman and Catwoman's son or
Whoa,
daughter
okay,
or whatever.
that would be really cool.
I think I remember
that's
something
what they
about
were
that.
doing. It's going to be like a new generation.
But that got canceled.
That'd be really
I think it got canceled.
I don't
but
think
if
that's
they
even
ever decide to do that, I mean,
that would be really cool.
It'd be cool, you know.
You hear
for
that,
them to have a
DC?
kid.
What would they call it? Because there's cat, bat, man, woman. It's a bit stuck with naming.
Cat bat thing.
I know.
Cat, bat.
Cat, bat. It could catch on, but but yeah, man, I really liked it. I'm glad I went along on this journey, and thank y'all for listening to me ramble about it. And we're trying to do some more reviews in the future, and maybe the next video, maybe like Wesley or Jessica talking about some storylines that they've read. But hopefully we'll be bringing that content to you soon, and thank you for listening. See you next time.
Bye.
San Diego.